Welcome to another episode of Not for the Weak Minded. Today we're going to look back through my photographs and I'm going to show you the differences between the real technological sun, the orange technological sun, that they still want you to believe is a ball of gas, or so I say, a ball of gas, because that's what they worship. Lucifer is the prince of the air, because they have planned this for a very long time. These technologies, unfortunately, have been well patented and developed for a purpose. This purpose has everything to do with changing the seasons so that things that are tied to it, like all life, die. So the next photo. The first photograph, by the way, sorry, let me do this properly. 3rd of April. This is a screenshot from a video I took on the 3rd of April. The next one is a screenshot from the 15th of June, and it is very, very different indeed. Then the 8th of June, which, if you haven't seen my videos about the rainbow effect being emitted from this white sun that is now in low Earth orbit, I suggest you watch it, because it will wake you up, and if you only just accept what you see, you'll know that you have been lied to about how this place works. You know, the mechanisms that actually govern our existence, because unfortunately they have lied to you about how you even exist, as all principles are based on a lie, because every single organization is corrupted. The education system is equally corrupted by the same people as the television, as the bankers, as the politicians. They are all in it for this one scenario, which sees us literally become all targets for their plans, which you are not aware of. So this one here is another one from the 8th of June, and if you see, you can look carefully, you can still see the colours coming from it, even from sunset. Now, as I've just showed you from the 3rd of April, the first one, you don't really capture that, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two right now. So this one was on the 10th of May. You can still see the beams. Sorry, that was still the 8th of June, my bad. See the beams beaming up. So this one was on the 10th of May. The next 12 images are all the same, but what I have to show you in this is obviously the white sun, but what I captured here. Can you clearly see that is a face in the clouds? Now, when you look carefully, even through your own images, if you are conscious, which many of you are out there, you are seeing these things. They are real. These demonic alien faces, human, all different types of beings, are the souls of the dead. They can propagate themselves through technologies which has been spread across the earth. Tiny particles of metals that we are all infected with. And so, this is straight out of the Mummy. And there is clouds out there straight out of the Mummy. I kid you not. So there you go, a little close-up of it. even though you see that his face is quite clear and his chin's prominent and you can see it's there, if I remove it, you can see a never being right underneath it. Now, my face life theory, for many of you that have no idea what I've just said about that, what it's about, was about this topic, to do with plant life, to do with myself, to do with all sorts of things that absolutely have these faces in it. And so creation is very, 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 very strange indeed, because a lot of the stuff is quite evident that we are actually made of these demonic alien beings ourselves. And so what I'm saying is that we, the white people maybe, could be the actual spawn of the devil ourselves, because we have these type of demonic beings in our skin, or, you know, which is our makeup. Now obviously this sounds absolutely nuts until you actually see the evidence firsthand of all these faces. Now a lot of you are not gonna, a lot of you can clearly see this one. I mean, that is self-evident, but many of you will probably think it's just a coincidence, and unfortunately it's not the case. I mean, I have hundreds of photographs of these faces, and I've grown accustomed to them staring at me all day long. You might think that I need help, but unfortunately I am conscious in a world where you are not. Many of you are not. When you become aware, you become to see things differently. And so I'm going to show you some very, very remarkable images in a minute that I captured myself. These are all images I captured myself. You see, that's just the pan out, but you can still see it clear as day. What's this? You see, this white sun creates a lens itself, which means that there's two lenses involved in this white fake ass sun simulator in the air, which is why I'm saying there's a difference you can see between the white sun and the golden one, which is all technology based, and that they've lied to you anyway, you know. So you see the white sun and how it just looks odd compared to what we're used to seeing with the orange haze sun, because believe it or not, like channels like Sky Watchers, Matt Rogers for example, they've proved without a shadow of a doubt from world photographs that shadows are different with this sun. You know, there's no denying it. You can test this yourself, comparing the two suns. So the next image is a little bit more sinister if you've got the eyes to see the largeness of these this being. So let's start with the eye right there, and the other one is sort of like over there, and the head comes around like that, and in a minute you'll see the mouth. You can sort of see the mouth there. It is bizarre, right? And this thing, this dark cloud that has another shape to it as well, if you look carefully you can see an eye right there. You know, looks like a dragon type creature. It's kind of covered the sun, their fake ass sun. So, do you see it clearly? Do you see the eye? Do you see that this is some kind of animal? You know, cloud that's got like intelligence to it, if that makes sense. Now, because of my life experiences, which I have to talk about, quite frankly, but not in this video, I have seen things from the other side of the perspective, from the other side. So I've had, let's say, a spiritual, or, you know, a good encounter with, let's say, cloud manifestations. So I've had a few messages where the clouds have been giving me pictures. Now you might think that's nuts, but as you might see if you carry on watching my content and listening as I tell you more about myself and my life in another video later on, that these things actually have a very, very deep meaning to my life and relate to a great deal of similarity, let's say, to the time of Jesus when he was around doing the things he was doing. There we go. What I'm trying to say is that the things I've got planned in my mind for the future, it might seem to be replicating it, so to speak. If I go onto the street telling people that time has an end and that they've lied to us all because of everything, and that you can see it with your own eyes, all the chemtrails. I mean, you can see the chemtrail in the video, it's so obvious. So this dragon thing crossing the sun, their fake ass sun, is demonic. There's a lot of people, because of their views of the world, they don't see the other side, and a lot of people just see the demonic side of spirit, and the spiritual side is all dark. But you must see that there's two sides to everything, and there's good and bad, and you know, this is why I'm trying to bring out the good in yourselves, essentially, because we live in a time of very, very bad evil, and we all chose to do this. This is the great challenge we all face together. Not only that, let's look. Sometimes I'll see perfect triangles in the sky that look very different to the rest of the clouds, and there are countless images on the internet of these very large craft in low Earth orbit being captured. And so there is a lot to talk about, particularly in regards to what's going on around the world right now and the pushing for World War III. In all honesty, even though horrendous as it is, it's still a distraction, because what they're actually doing is putting all these technologies in place in low Earth orbit globally together so that they can have an all-out assault on the gods. This is repeating history, because the War of the Heavens is going to take place during, well, let's say when people are getting bombed by the same things that are meant to be protecting us. They have no care for the people at all, you know, not whatsoever. No empathy, none. Now I've forgotten, this is all the 10th of May. Be quiet. Skip the pictures. You see this orb thing? It just comes off. It's not my camera creating this. This is the fact that I'm capturing this light because it is a reflection coming off this real white ass fake well patented sun simulator, which is now in low Earth orbit because they use the knowledge of creation against you. Do you hear that? That's God talking. The red kites and tribal symbology. It's very interesting indeed. So this one is the 29th of April. Look at this mess of the sky in this one, people. It is horrendous. That day was bad. It was bad. Red Dawn come to mind. And evidence of microwaves across the skies. People would call it, oh, that's just a lovely macro cloud. Like, they just make up all these bloody things, all these labels to convince you of it. That is the whole bloody point. That is how they operate. All these, these artifacts are out of place. No, they're artifacts that you don't want to acknowledge because it completely disproves all of your lies. So, you know, it is what it is. It's just not a macro cloud. Next day. What day was I on? Hold on. 20th of April. Here we go. Lost track. So this is on 20th of April. You can see in this one, let's just zoom in a bit, shall we? That it has a shape. It definitely has shape to it. And yet, in this one, I still don't see the rainbow. And so something's happened to their sun that is allowing me to capture it. Because I didn't see it before. I know the sun is wrong because it's white, you know. The fact that it's been burning a lot of people because they think it's now coming up to summer. 14th of April. Again, just a mess. See this face? Let's get into this one. Right? It's got his mouth open. That one there. Got an eye, mouth there. Weird looking being. And you can look, honestly, you can just look and look and look, and you'll see all these demons' faces, just like you know, sometimes they're not as clear as the first one I showed you on the 10th of May, but they are there. They are always there. And a lot of people are seeing these things, but they don't understand what it means. And it means that gates of hell have been opened because revelation's coming true. Because they have deceived your subconscious mind through the guise of science, which is absolutely, right, get it, observation and logical thinking. You don't, any of you do that no more, because you accept their lies, you accept their indoctrination without actually looking with your eyes at what the hell has been going on, particularly with chemtrails, you know, the weather, you know, it's just global warming. You know, even though they've been the ones that's caused global warming because of geoengineering for the last, you know, 3 or 4 decades. Yeah, I'll show you articles on Facebook, friends, that the government of the British government have not been our friends since the 1960s because they have been dumping chemicals on us. They have been dumping diseases on us, making us very ill, using, guess what, geoengineering. Tired of people literally going, geoengineering is going to save the day. Is it hell? Wake up, man. It's destroying the earth. They've lied to you. So there we go. Which one was this one? 1st of April, I think this one is, I believe. Yep. So you can see, and you look up there, man, the clouds are so evil. You see all the faces. That one. That one. This every day. 25th of March. White ass sun. Very, very hazy. Very, very lines going across the skies. Sorry, very, very white ass sun with this coming off it. Now, look at the colour. It's green. This has to do with frequencies and sound. Sound creates colors and light, and this thing is using reflectors and sound and frequencies to create light. The rainbow, in fact, creates white light. All the colors of the rainbow create white light. So this is just a minor deception from low Earth orbit, you'd say. While a chemtrail goes across, you just think, no, that's just a contrail. Really? Come on. Literally, they've turned you all into pussies so that you don't have a backbone, so you actually don't stand up for your own bloody rights. 24th of March. Still see it. 17th of March. See the alien being emanating through the white sun and the halo coming through the cloud, and a very, very, very evil looking alien demonic soul cloud. What else you want to call it? Demon dust is the explanation. You are all infected with nano smart dust through using geoengineering and spreading it across the planet. 17th of March. No, I don't think so. I think it's the 13th of February. Yes. Right. So you see, very, very different indeed. Every so often it can just be clearly seen with your eyes that something is amiss. You're missing something here, big time. '24th of October 2018. 18th of October 2018. 28th of September, let me just check. Yep. '29th of June. How long has this been up there? It's the next question. How long have they been messing with the weather? How long have they been manipulating the knowledge of creation in order to actually put up this death UV killing machine, destroyer of worlds? It's a question. It's been around for a while, people. The signs have been there. That was on 8th of May. Alright. Nice fat chemtrail going across the sky. 30th of April. More mess. 14th of April 2018. Looks normal. 25th of March 2018. Certainly doesn't look normal. So there is some observations in my photographs showing you just some images to make you question what the hell is going on around you, because you're not obviously bothered about these chemtrails above your head. You know, all this fake sun. Nah. Please share, like, subscribe.